So we're just going to kind of walk around a little bit, take a look at it. It is in the Gobi color. I couldn't find one anywhere. Nobody sells them anymore. So pretty simple to do. I did do it myself. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the new channel. Hey, today I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a video walk around on the new Jeep Gladiator back here. For those of you that don't know, this is a 2020 Jeep Gladiator 4x4, and it does have the V6 motor with the 8-speed transmission. So we're just going to kind of walk around a little bit, take a look at it. It is in the Gobi color, and I really like this color. I think it's kind of military-ish looking, you know, and I kind of like that. If it came in like a drab green, I might have gotten that. But let's take a walk around, just kind of take a look at some of the styling on this Jeep, I guess. You can see it does have the blacked out lettering on here, which is pretty cool. It does say Gladiator, of course, in case you happen to forget. It is trail rated, so I guess we need to find some kind of a trail. I don't know. Now, one thing that Jeep still is doing, of course, you can fold the windscreen, I guess, or the windshield down. They're still letting us do that. That's kind of cool. You can still remove the doors. Just a couple of pins in here, a harness that disconnects. That's about it. And then, of course, the roof up here comes off actually in 3 pieces. You have a section over the driver, a section over the passenger, and a section over the rest of the truck, I guess. The passengers in the rear. Now, going on to the back, it does have 17-inch tires, 17-inch wheels. I am going to be changing those. I'm going to go to a black, probably a little bit narrower wheel, or I'm sorry, wider wheel, which is going to give me a little bit plumper tire. Stay tuned for that. That looks really cool on this Jeep, and I think it also alleviates the need to go to a bigger tire, you know. Now, back here in the back, of course we have a bed. This is a 5-foot bed. It does have the dampened tailgate, so you just kind of open it and let it fall. You could take it off the same as any other truck, just disconnect the cables and then lift it up and pull it out. Pretty simple to do. One thing that I did notice over here, if you guys want to take a look right down here, Jeep did put a little security device on here. In order to remove the tailgate, you have to take this piece off where this slot is to be able to pull the tailgate off. So kudos to Jeep for doing that and thinking about stolen tailgates a little bit, right? I mean, we do have a backup camera in here, so this tailgate is not really cheap. Now, one little mod I've done so far, I did put a bed mat in there. There's a video up on the channel about how I did that. I couldn't find one anywhere. Nobody sells them anymore, so pretty simple to do. I did do it myself. Back here in the back, of course, we've got your tie downs and all that stuff. This does have the bed rail track system in it with the adjustable cleats, just like the Tacoma has. Back here we have LED lights in the bed. I had those added to my Tacoma as far as an extra option. And then the Jeep does come with the power outlet back here as well, so you can, I don't know, do your hair, whatever you want to do back here. That's pretty cool. Up on the rear window, we do have the portal style sliding window. It is manual, at least in this version, in this trim. And by the way, this is the Sport S trim. It is manual. I wish it was power. Doesn't make a lot of sense because when you're in the front seat, you can't reach it. So unless you get out or have passengers back there to open it, you really can't do much with it. Okay, let's move over to the side. We are going to put some side rails on here. If for nothing else really than to hide the kind of unfinished look that it has. If you look down here, there are a lot of holes and things. I'm not sure what that's for. Probably other options maybe, I don't know, but we are going to be replacing those with side steps here soon. They're on order. Another little mod that I did here, I replaced the great big giant long silver whip antenna with this little stubby type thing. Pretty cool. I think it's a much better look for the Jeep. Coming around here to the front, we have all of the little Jeep touches, you know. We have in the headlights here kind of a replica of the grille, if you will, right in here. That's kind of cool. Of course, the 7 slots across the front here, and a little quiz for you guys. Who can tell me what these slots represent? Does anybody know? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you know what those mean. Now, let's go take a look on the inside. Now you'll notice on the inside here, I did go ahead and go with the tan seats as opposed to black. I just thought it was a much better look for this truck. Pretty cool. My only concern, of course, is are they gonna get dirty? I don't know. I hope not. Of course, you have your standard dual armrest here. We need to figure out how to get this thing off so we can get it modified or add our own touch to it, but we'll get to that later. And of course, the second part down in here where you have more room for more stuff. This is an automatic. I believe you can get the Jeep still in a manual transmission. It is 4-wheel drive. Does have the 7-inch touchscreen on it with Apple CarPlay and all that good stuff. I really like that. Does not have navigation, and let's be honest, who needs navigation anymore when you have Apple CarPlay? Not really necessary. Pretty comfy in here, I think. There is lumbar, I believe, on the driver's side seat, so that makes it a little comfortable for the driver. And as usual, they leave the passenger out. There's nothing here but front, back, and reclining, and that's about it on the seats. We have the sound bar up here. You can see the lights in it, of course, but this is the sound bar, another staple of Jeep these days. Let's take a look in the back. Pretty cool back here. Decent amount of room. I already have a little dirt on one of my seats. Can you believe that? Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and show you the under seat storage. Before I do that, there are vents up here for the passenger, and if you don't know, Jeep doesn't put the controls for the windows and things in the doors. They put them in the center. So here are the up and downs for the windows and the doors. Cup holders down here. And then this seat, let's see, let me scooch over a little, does pull down. So you have some rear storage back there, a little bit of cargo netting. There is a light there. If you guys can see that light right there, that does light it up. That's kind of a nice touch. I like that. Matter of fact, I need to get some stuff back there, I think. If you don't want to have the seats down, there is storage underneath the seat. Go ahead and take a look at that. Down here are is the spot where you would store all of the hardware and stuff. If you decide to remove the top, you do actually have to unbolt the top, so handy there. And here's the storage on the driver's side. You can see I've got some stuff in there already. Nice little place to put things. Okay, same thing over here. If you want to put the seat down, pretty easy to do if you're not sitting on top of it. Back here, a lot more storage actually, and there is a little rubber mat back here to keep things from bouncing around. That's a nice touch. And then also the same LED light over there, and a little cargo net here to put some stuff. Back up. Underneath this seat, you have your jack, which is down here, and then also another storage box, and something I learned the other day, I'll mention here in a minute. But more room, obviously, to put more stuff. And if you look over here, there's a handle right here. And that's because if you want, you can actually take this storage box out of the Jeep and they give you a way to carry it around. Pretty cool. This storage box, if you look here on the top, is lockable. So you could lock this up and, I don't know, carry whatever you want around in there with you, or just leave it in the truck and know that it is secure. Now we'll take a look at what's under the hood. We're going to go ahead and pop the hood open. Just a couple of handles here. Very simple to do. And then there is a safety catch under here, which you have to kind of hit. And I'm guessing, yes, just like in the JL, we have the hood rod up there in top as opposed to on the bottom. And there's a look at the engine. As I mentioned before, this is a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder motor, packed in there rather tightly. As you guys might be able to see, there is not a lot of room under there. One other thing I'll mention, you may have been wondering as we walked around to the back, because if you look at Krista's Jeep here, it has this great big salamander chameleon thing on the back, right? That's because on the Wrangler, that's where the spare tire is. So where's the spare tire in the truck? Well, like any other truck, it is actually underneath. So you would have to, and I'll show you right here through the fender well, you can see it has a shroud around it, that silver rounded thing right there. That's where the spare tire is housed. So I would imagine, like every other truck, you have to go ahead and stick the rod through right here and lower the truck, which is probably being held up by chain, I would imagine. One final thing I'll mention in going through my truck, you may have noticed, we do have the outlets here for the tow package. My truck does have the tow package on it, so the outlets here and the receiver down here for a hitch. Now, I do have another video up. If you want to check out more of the specs and things, it's kind of a slideshow slash picture video, if you will, where all of the specs and all of that good stuff is listed. So you can check that out. Horsepower, torque, towing capacity, payload, all that stuff is there. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check that out. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to do a little walk around the truck. I wasn't real familiar with them myself, so if there's anybody out there that's considering a Gladiator, that kind of gives you an overall idea of at least what it looks like and a few of the things that come on it. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.